We are here in the boxing loft with Adam MacDonald, one of the stars of Rookie Blue, who is deep in training now for the Fight for Life, which goes down on October 5th at the Royal York Hotel. And look at him, he's jacked already. How's training been going so far? How's camp?
Really good. I found myself an extremely incredible trainer. I'm getting ready. I feel like, I don't know, it's going to be all on me in a way because I think I'm getting the best I've ever had. I mean, I feel like I'm turning into a weapon, so I don't know if it's a good thing or bad thing for whoever I'm facing, but we'll see.
Well, we do know who you're facing, though.
Right.
It's going to be Raine Maida of Our Lady Peace. Have you heard that?
Yeah, who is that?
He had the song Superman's Dead back in the year, right?
Okay, yeah, Raine Maida, of course, yeah. So yeah, getting ready. It's been good. It's been intense, really intense.
This isn't the first time that you're going to be in the boxing ring. As I understand it, you have some background in boxing. How did you get into the sport?
I got into it when I was 19, you know, just something to do, get my mind off things, and I liked it a lot. It was in Montreal, actually. And Otis Grant, funny enough, used to come in and just kind of inspire people. And it was just at the YMCA, like just the bags and stuff. We're learning everything except sparring. We did a little bit of sparring, but nothing like this. So he came in, he did pad work with me once, and I was just like, wow, that was so cool. But then I got out of it. I got into acting more. I focused on that, and I was playing soccer more and all this stuff. And I got back into it just to, because you reach a certain age, you know, you might want to compete or something. You just want to, you know, kind of challenge your body. So I got back in, and I fell in love with it again because it's intense. It's great. It's a great way to gauge yourself. So I've been at it for a while now, and yeah, I love it.
I was going to say, coming from Montreal, it seems natural that you get into boxing because there's such a culture of boxing and fighting in Montreal that you're kind of born into it at that age.
I guess so. It is popular there in a way. I mean, Arturo Gatti, he fought out of New Jersey, right? But yeah, he was kind of like a Montreal-born son or whatever, but he was just like, yeah, he inspired. But yeah, that's true, yeah. So it was just like available. If you wanted to do boxing in Montreal, it was pretty easy to find a place to go, rather English, French, in open arms. It was cool.
How did this opportunity with Fight for Life come about? Because I know that the cause must be something kind of close to you. You know, having looked through your memoir and whatnot, that the cause is kind of in tune with what you went through, kind of coming up as well. Yeah. I just thought like to do something good for kids help fun. I mean, I'm a big advocate of that charity. I really want them, you know, to keep going and be available for teens that need them. You know, it's so important. So I thought, why not do a charity match, a boxing match? And I know Trudeau and Brazeau did one. I thought it was pretty inspiring. You know, they did that. They worked hard. You know. So I was just looking for an opponent, and I had no idea. And I was just thinking, you know, who could, you know, want to do it? And I thought of Raine Maida. I never met him, but he did an interview for ET Canada, and he was saying that if he wasn't a singer, he'd be a fighter, a boxer. And I never forgot that. So I was thinking of, you know, putting this together. I said, I got to meet him. I got to talk to him somehow. And then just the weirdest thing happened, like The Secret or something. I don't know. Like the next day, I go into a coffee shop and he's right there. It was the weirdest thing. So I was like, oh, boom, boom, boom. You know, hey, how's it going? He's just like, first, you know, I go, hey, you're Raine Maida from Arlie. He's like, yeah, thanks, man. I was like, no. I was like, as soon as I said the word boxing, he was just like, oh yeah, sure. What? I'm there. What is it? What is it? Tell me about it. It's for charity, Fight for Life, raise money for Kids Help Phone. And I first asked him, I said, you know what, do you want to, I don't know, do you want to come play music or something at least, maybe? And he was like, no, I want to fight. Oh, and I was like, I'll fight you. He was like, I'll fight you. We're about the same size, so like, sure, why not, let's do it. That's the most cordial, you know, way to ever go up to someone and say, let's fight, okay.
It was like Ryan Gosling and Only God Forgives there. You want to fight? He's like, yeah, let's fight. But I got to know him a bit, he's a cool guy, but not that night.
Let's talk about what you're going to look like in the ring. Are there fighters that you try to mimic in the ring? Are the guys you like watching? What is your style inside that ring?
That's a tough question because I think it takes years to develop a real, true style. It really does. But the fighters that I think at this stage, because I've only been doing it like less than a couple of years, so it's like you kind of who inspires you. Obviously, Ali inspires me, inspires probably everybody. But lately, like I really found a lot of inspiration in Lucas Matisse. Mm-hmm. I mean, I find his fighting just something old school warrior style. He's strong, he's poised, he's so relaxed most of the time. He's not afraid to take risks. And I don't know, when I watch him, he inspires me. And he's fighting on Saturday, right, against Danny Garcia. So I don't know, he's pretty cool. But Yeah, even Canelo inspires me too, watching him move around, you know, and even, but they all do in a certain way, but definitely Lucas Matisse lately, only because he just, I don't know, something about him.
I think Canelo inspires any kind of fair-skinned wannabe boxer out there, right?
What are you saying? Yeah, I guess so. That's so weird. I love that he's called Canelo, right? Yeah. Cinnamon. Cinnamon. Who are you fighting today? Cinnamon. That's scary.
Sounds tough.
That sounds tough. If you're like a baking recipe, cinnamon's coming.
Yes.
You know? I don't know.
It's better than flour.
Yeah.
I guess.
It would be bad. No, well, there's been sugar.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Let's talk about your training regiment. Walk us through a general day in the life of someone who's preparing for a fight. What are you doing day to day to get ready for this fight?
Well, I come here to the boxing loft, and Emil Reed destroys me, basically. I mean, I came in, and seriously, it's been really intense. The hardest training I've ever done. So I come in, and he goes, it's different every single time to mold me, to get me ready to peak at the certain time, right? So we've turned it up a notch, and we'll do, we'll start the skipping, we'll do the stairs, we do the cardio explosive movements, and then we'll get in the ring, do some pad work. And then when I first got here, I didn't judge the place. I thought the place was really cool, and I like the starkness of it, the gladiator feel of it. But everybody around, I was worried of not finding the right sparring partner for some reason at first. I mean, he had his reservations about me too, I'm sure. But then he brought in someone from outside of here to come spar with me, and that's been incredible. Like, he's been getting me ready. So it's been intense. And you were,
you were telling me before the interview that your road work, when you go out running, that's been full contact as well. Tell us about that.
Yes, it has. That's one of my secret training regiments that maybe I shouldn't say anything, but as some nature enthusiasts know, that the red-winged blackbird nests near the water and low nests, right? So if you, at a certain time in early June, they attack anybody that goes near their nest. So I would choose to jog near their nests, back and forth, and they'd hit your head. Really, really hard too. So I'd be like, just focused, taking my hits, moving around, whatever. But they help.
So you're prepared for any fouls that Raine might have hitting you behind the head, right?
Raine comes in with a bag of red-winged blackbirds, I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna be ready.
Tell us about
from all angles. I'm ready.
This hasn't interfered at all with the filming of Rookie Blue. The makeup people have not been mad at you, correct?
No, not yet. Well, it's in hiatus right now, which is good for the fight. And that show goes back in January. So this is a good time too, because I'm starting up on my feature film as well that I'm directing, called Backcountry. And I was actually supposed to direct the film and train at the same time, which would have been an absolute disaster. Because focus, give 100% to each one, and now that it just the universe, I guess, just pushed it, and everything fell into place. So I'm getting the proper training. So yeah, but the show goes back in January. Hopefully I'll be there, and with my nose still intact.
As someone who's in film and obviously is a boxing enthusiast as well, what is it about boxing and cinema that seems to always go hand in hand? It just seems to blend so well.
So dramatic. It's so dramatic. I mean, there's not many sports, there really is not many sports where you can see when two people are in the ring, or in this kind of sport, you actually can almost physically see their spirit. You see what they're made of, where they are, how far down they dig deep. I mean, even you see fighters who will lose a fight and still get cheered, like over the winner sometimes, because they've seen, it's almost like it's a microcosm of life for me. It's just like, how far can you push it? And it's just so beautiful. So, of course, everybody likes the Phoenix, right? Like the Rocky story or whatever. Like, they're down, they're out, they're finished, everybody's counting them out, but then they come back in the 9th round and win the next 3 rounds and knock the guy out. Like, it's just so dramatic, and I think it's, it's part of us, so it's beautiful.
There's another Rocky sequel coming out, and yeah, and I'm gonna have to go and see it.
Or are you kidding?
No, it's gonna be called Creed, I believe. So it's gonna be Apollo Creed's son with Rocky as the trainer. Your thoughts?
That's actually a pretty good story. I'd go see that.
I'm probably going to be there on opening night.
You're probably going to be there on opening night. Creed!
Thanks a lot for doing this, and best of luck on October 5th. We're going to be there cheering you along.
Thank you so much. Thanks for coming by.
All right.
Appreciate it.